Hello everyone, it's Grandpa Hickory. Welcome to my video. Now this video is about free sex and drugs in the 1960s. Now friends, I'm going to tell you something. I had a band called the Oak Cliff Beats, and they were mainly, classmates that I'd went to elementary school with. I mean, we were practically, raised together in a way. And we became fast friends, and we all were into music, early rock and roll and stuff. And we'd get together. They called them garage bands back in the 1960s, but we called ourselves the Oak Cliff Beats, and we took off like you wouldn't believe. I mean, we were all over Oak Cliff, Dallas, Texas area, and we had quite a lot of people coming to our performances. And we did all kinds of things: rocket skating rink, Bronco Bowl. Stevie Ray Vaughan and his brother played there. And we would go on, come off. They would go on, come off. We'd go on, they'd come off. But in the road, that's the way it was in the 1960s. But I want to tell you something. My band members were good people. That they were good people. And we all got along great. We were like, like brothers, and everything was going so fine. And then all of a sudden we went down to Stone Plaza in Dallas, Texas back in the 1960s. They had started what they called a hippie movement. And we went down there to see what's going on, and there were CIA agents passing out LSD. I'm an eyewitness to this. Well, my lead guitarist and my drummer, they took it. We didn't do it, but we looked at all these weird people, and there were bald-headed guys in robes. They called themselves Hare Krishna. They were college students that they had abandoned college and everything their parents had paid for, and they had went into drugs and joined the Hare Krishna movement. They were sitting there rocking back and forth and making all kinds of crazy chants. But anyway, let me tell you now. My lead guitarist and my drummer, they went heavily into drugs. They called me and my bass guitarist, Blue Stark, they called us Bubblegum. Now listen, we loved God. We loved right things. We wore suits when we played. Everywhere we went, we wore suits. We kept our hair, we had Beatle haircuts. But we kept them very well trimmed, and, we were constantly on our best behavior. Well, my lead guitarist and my drummer, they started going, off into drugs, and everything fell apart, and that's why the band came to an end like it did. But I just want to tell you about that time and about that era way back in the 1960s. Now, we were taught to respect our parents and to respect others. We were taught to expect girls, respect them. We were taught to be nice and to keep our hands to ourselves and not to have a dirty mind. And we were taught not to lust after young girls and after women. Remember the miniskirts that came out with? Free sex and everything became rampant after the drug culture came on the scene, which was mobilized by the CIA from the LBJ administration after they murdered our president, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, in 1963. They came in with their one world agenda, and they started tearing everything down in America that we all knew of. They started force busing. They dumbed education down. We had people coming in our schools, dragging people down to the bathrooms and dipping their heads in the commodes. And if anybody said anything, they'd attack them. And if teachers said anything, they'd file discrimination against them. Then they started hollering, "We don't want white teachers, we want black teachers." So everything went downhill like you wouldn't believe. And the free sex was everywhere. You know what they called it? The devil packaged it up and called it free love. It wasn't love. Look at Woodstock. Look at the young girls there. I feel sorry for those young girls. They overdosed and died horrible deaths. They were used like nothing. And let me tell you something, while we're on that subject, do you know what a girl is designed for, friends? I'm also going to tell you a little bit later in this video what a boy is designed for. And I want you to remember that I'm the one that told you these things. Okay, now the girl was designed to grow up to be a lady, not a harlot, not something to lust after, not something for a boy to wipe his shoes on and use for 3 seconds of pleasure and then discard her like an empty package of cigarettes. That's it. On to the next pack. On to the next girl. It don't work that way, friends. It don't work that way. The girl becomes a lady and she becomes a mother. Did you hear what I said? She becomes a mother. Just like your mother and my mother was. Okay, and now a boy. What was a boy designed for? Well, a boy was designed to become a young man and then to become a young man. He was to keep his hands to himself, not be disrespectful to females, and not to have a mind full of filth and lust. Let's go party, everybody. Let's go party. Let's smoke some dope, y'all. Yeah. Everybody party. 1, 2, 3, breed. It don't work that way. This is not Africa. This is not people that don't know God and never knew God. Aborigines, they call them in Australia. People that have no understanding. They have no teachings. A young man was to become a man that was to show respect to others and to show respect to that young girl that would turn into a young lady that would become his bride, that would become his wife, that would forever stand at his side and be his helpmate, fantastic cook, do his laundry, do the housework, the house cleaning, take care of the children, help them with their homework, teach them how to have manners and how to respect other people, and how to spend their lives contributing to their communities and to their nation and to their families. This is the disappointing things that I had to go through back in the 1960s. Listen, I had some of the best band members you could ever come in contact with. I could step to a microphone. We didn't rehearse what we were going to do. We just stepped up there. I could step a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we could cut right into it. And they were right there with me. We all, I don't know how to explain it. We all thought alike. They knew exactly what I was going to do, and I knew exactly what they were going to do. We would all spin out while my lead guitarist started his soloing, and the drums were always right behind me. So I would go like this, and then swing back into the mic when it was my turn. But these were good people. What happened? Drugs. Drugs. The drug culture of the 1960s. There was a complete total loss of morals. And that government administration at that time, this was exactly what it was designed to do. And they pulled it off. But I lost some good friends, people. Oh, they're all dead now. I'm 73, going on 74. And they're all dead. They've gone. They died in their 50s. Some of them died in their 40s. But they were good people. And the people I went to school with, they were good people. All of a sudden, I looked around in horror, me and Blue, my bass guitarist, and we saw schoolmates turning against their parents, no longer wanting to go to school, going out and wanting to live on the streets. And every time you saw them, they was wandering around like they were just drunker than skunks. And it was marijuana. We called it Mary Jane back in the 60s when it first started hitting real hard. We didn't touch it. Me and Blue didn't mess with it. They called us bubble gum because we wouldn't do it. Friend, I don't want to do those things, but I'm an eyewitness to the destruction and the tearing down of the youth in our nation, the doing away with good things in America. I was an eyewitness to it. Many of my classmates that had wonderful parents, they destroyed their families from within. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm Grandpa Hickory, and I just wanted to come on and talk to you about the 1960s and what I went through and what I was an eyewitness to. It's not anything that I would ever care to go back to. See you on the next video. Goodbye from Texas.